Here we go. Street Fighter 4. Of course. Whatever, give him the meter. I already know what he's gonna do. I didn't think he'd be dumb enough to do it 4 times in a row, my bad. Why did he just do jab at that range? Of course. How am I this unlucky? Wow. Street Fighter 4, huh? Why am I playing this game? Well, that's a good question. Because Street Fighter 6 is a better game. More competitive integrity. But I already know how Street Fighter 6 matches play out. Thanks, game. That's not a real anti-air, it's just my character's trash. How does this happen every time? He's done jump medium punch twice, and both times I've done wake up EX armor. That was actually a punish. That was actually in range. What is happening, dude? And I didn't do wake up EX, so he didn't do the jump medium punch. Okay. Yeah. The problem with Street Fighter 6 is that you already know what's going to happen. One person's going to land 2 crouch medium kick drive rushes, and the other person is going to land 3 drive medium kick, crouch medium kick drive rushes, and then win, because their opponent only landed 2. That's how every round's going to go. It's whoever lands more crouch medium kick drive rush. Or if you're Cammy, you can cancel your heavy punch into drive rush. Just long range, cancel the normal one into drive rush is where everything happens. It's really freaking boring. And technically you can play footsies for a little bit with that, but it's like, I don't know, Street Fighter 4 is stupid. There's more random crap that can happen. Mexico. Okay. Didn't even trade. Oh. Oh, yeah, I wanted to forward dash there. Okay, I didn't want to complete the combo. Even Goken can backdash. Oh. He did one of his 7 DPs. Dang. Huh? Really? Who would have seen it coming, bro? Okay. Well, now I understand. Why am I playing this character? I'm not playing Abel. Get out of here with that. But yeah, in Street Fighter 4, you learn something new every day. Something wild. I've been playing this game for 10 years, and to this day, I can't play 5 matches without seeing a ridiculous interaction that I've never seen before. I can't stream this game anymore because it's dead. It takes too long to find a match sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, who's good? Not Dudley. Let's play Dudley. What? I teched that like 3 times. Oh. I think he was trying to do Ultra, which would have worked and he would have evened it up because this game's trash. Oh, get wrecked. What? What? Hard knockdown. Push? Nope. Okay. One of the first fighting game videos I watched was from Rudy. I don't even know which video it was because I kept watching him, all this stuff. But he was a Dudley player. He would upload a video every Monday called Monday Night Fights. Played a little bit of Chun-Li and like other characters, but he was mainly a Dudley player. That actually hit me. That didn't combo. Oh, there it is. Okay. Uppercut? Nope. That is not my input. When he would make videos like this, no face cam, just recording and uploaded it, I thought he was really good. I thought he was actually good at the game. Like going back and watching those videos now, he's not that good. He had good intro music though. When they speaking out in great stuff to mention me. Successful one day I help wake it to be. Life is all about balance. Really? I ain't really found it yet, but I'm up for the challenge. -2? Nope. Whoa. Yeah, definitely can't punish those. That was not a cross-up. I'll uppercut. God, that's so hard to do online, dude. Yeah. Free. Free. What if I just do this? He's gonna do block string into Hadouken every time, but yeah, free. No skill required. Yeah, Hadouken. Block string into Hadouken. You're accomplishing nothing by doing this. There you go. There's the Hadouken. Chip damage. Okay. That was a punish. Yeah, free uppercut. Free uppercut. How was that in range and how did that combo? Yeah, that's the main problem with this game, is that people get to a certain point where they don't make any stupid choices. It's just like, oh, well. The game's really boring now. But it takes a while to get there. In Street Fighter 6, it's just like, oh, drive rush is OP, let's drive rush a bunch. And that's all it takes to become a good player in that game. Memorize your combos, do some shimmies, learn how to drive rush, learn how to anti-air, learn how to counter drive impact, and you're good. That's the problem with the game. In this game, it takes a while to get there. This guy is... I don't know yet. Let's see how he handles Seth. Let's see if I can make our matches interesting. But right now he's playing really boring. Yeah, 3,500 points is about where it happens. Unlucky, I guess. Yeah. How is that not a cross-up game? Yeah. Yeah. I did teleport, but the game decided not to give me teleport. I don't know why. Yeah, free. How do I guess wrong every time, dude? I mean, he's just gonna do low forward fireball over and over again. I didn't do medium punch this time. Throw? Yeah. There's no way to beat throw in this game, which is the main problem. It's stupidly easy to survive throw, but you can't beat it unless you have a throw invincible move. I guess I don't remember if Seth's SPD is throw invincible. But some of them are. Just the whole system around throws is really broken and not well thought out. What character should I play though? Like, I play this game so much I can play everybody except for the Ultra characters. I don't know why people play Ultra 2 with this character. Ultra 1 is just better in every single situation. Except anti-air maybe, but it's like, why are you anti-airing with Ultra? You have crouch heavy punch. That actually hit me. Okay. dropped it. Okay, it would have dropped anyway because character jank. Okay. Okay, that just doesn't work on her. That's crazy. Oh, that was a punish. That didn't tech, I guess. Oh, I guess strong. I'm taking all of these. I have to do this. Okay. He's stupid, thankfully. What is this game? I backdash to the left and it backdash to the right. Guess strong again, huh? Wow. Yeah, that's all this game is, really. Just memorizing what to do and what not to do and then doing it. At the end of the day. This guy's not there yet, but... Funny. Okay, I should just do the same thing every time there, I guess. That wasn't charged. Oh, I guess strong. I backdashed. Okay. Oh. What are these hip? What just happened? What? God. The ultra characters are so broken. If you've never seen the hurt boxes of this game, it is so bad. Like, your hurt box gets smaller when you perform an attack. Like, as long as you're like not in a neutral state, your hurt boxes are tiny and like snapped to your character model. But if you're just standing still or crouching or blocking or something, your hurt boxes are like one giant square. It's so bad. And the ultra characters, the 5 ultra characters are just absolute garbage. Okay, I got my mind. No, okay, we're already lagging. Nice. Okay. Oh, that didn't combo. What is happening? Are you gonna do a mix-up, or are you just gonna do this all day? Oh, I dropped it. It's supposed to be a close medium kick. Or a close heavy punch, they both work, I think. No free DP. Okay. It's not real, by the way. What is going? Okay, that's a problem with this. Only Street Fighter I've had this problem where I go for a cross up, I'm too far away, but they throw me. That's crazy. There's the anti-air. Oh yeah, he has that move. Missed the overhead again. Oh, I wanted to walk up. My plan there was to Ultron reaction to him running at me because I knew he was going to do that. But then I thought maybe it won't work because this game's trash. Surely he won't DP. That actually hit me and it wasn't airborne. That's crazy. Well, I have the DP. No, I thought that was run. God. Also, that lag spike freaked me out. Right as I pressed the buttons, it like froze. The netcode's also a problem in this game. Also, just the general inconsistency of the game. It's like, oh, Sakura's crouch heavy punch is the best normal anti-air in the game. Oh wait, it just lost randomly? And then it wins 5 times in a row, and then it loses again, and then it wins 5 times in a row, and then it loses twice, and then it wins twice, and then it loses. Like, it's really random sometimes. And just, I don't know. I don't even know, like, why that happens sometimes. It feels very random. Unfortunate. Oh, this is very laggy. This is Mexico connection. Yeah, can't chop it. It's 1 frame where you can't. It's like frame perfect there because he has no 3-frame normal, but it's +1. So Abel is +1, but he doesn't have the fastest normal in the game. He's one shy of a 3-frame normal, so it ends up being like even. But because he's Abel with a stupid command grab, it's probably advantage Abel if he's +1. Really? That was not a punish. That is crazy. I'm not evil, Ryu. Just don't get ult. Well, it's too late now. Ah, too far. He's dead. Yeah, chip kills exist. You remember when Street Fighter V came out and they were like, wow, Street Fighter V removed chip kills? This is the best thing I've ever seen. It's like, no. No. I don't think chip kills are a problem at all. In fact, I think the way Street Fighter V handled them is really freaking bad. B. Who is unable to run Street Fighter 4 at 60 FPS in the year 2025? Who is that? Who is this man? Also, if your opponent lags, it lags you first. In this game. It's one of the worst designed netcodes of any game ever. How is it non-range? Yeah, you can't do that against Makoto. Okay. Makoto's one of the best characters at dealing with cross-ups in the game. She's a fully invincible Fukuyage. Oh, I didn't get it though. Yeah. Lots of heavy kick. Unfortunately, I picked the character that loses the heavy kick. Classic. What? Watch out for super. Never mind. There it is. Oh, okay. Oh, he missed the Shuriken motion. But yeah, and in Street Fighter 6, they just got rid of all of those. Every single DP in the game is just like, it has no hitbox as soon as the opponent is 1 pixel behind you. You can't anti-air cross-ups in that game. You have to cross-cut. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I'm not playing in this. Alt F4. And yes, if you Alt F4 in this game, you lose points. The opponent does not gain points because it would be too easy to just like buy the game twice and then Alt F4 on yourself 100 times. But I mean, the problem is not that you can do that. The problem is that you can choose who you play against in ranked mode. So it's like they bandaged half of the problem and ignored the other half. As soon as you can like back out of a ranked match without penalty after seeing your opponent's name, it's like, well, your points don't matter anymore because there'll be some people who actively try to avoid playing against people that they don't think they can beat. And they will actively chase after people who they know they can beat more consistently than other players. So there will guaranteed be point inflation if you do that. Not to mention the amount of ways of cheating within the match because of how this game handles netcode. Oh god. That actually hit me. That was a block string. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh, that actually caught me. -4. This connection is not good. Then again, if you don't have any rollback, is there any good connection? No DP. This matchup is also very different offline, because offline you can just react to Ryu throwing a Hadouken and punish it from like 80% of the stage. But not online. It's too tight. You gotta predict. And don't even get me started on Street Fighter 5. People are like, oh, Street Fighter 5 started out bad. This is the same guy. Oh, Street Fighter 5 started out bad, but it got better. No, it didn't get better over time. Okay, it got better because of the new characters slightly, but it's still a garbage video game at its core. It's still absolute trash. You can go watch my video on my thoughts on Street Fighter 5 from a gajillion years ago to know why. Nothing's changed. That video was right after Seth came out in that game. That's not Play Brazil. But yeah, basically it's the same problem as this game. There's no way to beat throws. Like, if I'm +2 in Street Fighter 5, the only way to beat throws is to DP them or do something that's invincible to throws. And all of those things are unsafe on block. Every single thing that is invincible to throws on frame 1 is unsafe on block. So if you're +2, it's a guess. You have to guess. If you want to deal damage to the opponent, which is ridiculous. If I know you're going to pick an option, I should be able to blow you up for it every time. I don't know. Ever since I played KOF13 seriously, I can't take other games seriously, because KOF13 is just so much better than everything else. Oh. Woohoo! Oh. Oh. Go one then. What are you doing? Okay. This happens sometimes too. There's a desync and then that just kicks us out. But also there will be people who abuse the lag system. Like they'll just... So what happens on your screen... No. What happens on your screen is the game freezes for like 8 seconds, but on their screen the game's still going. So even if you like press buttons while your game's frozen, it'll still happen on their game, but you just can't see what they're doing. And then after those 8 seconds, then their game will freeze for 8 seconds for your game to catch up. But you don't have control over your character because your inputs were already sent to their PC. So yes, and that's that guy with the bad internet. So yes, if your internet loses connection for like 8 seconds, then the lag gets sent to the opponent. If your PC does not receive a message from their PC, your PC freezes and not their PC. That's how ridiculous this game's netcode is. So it's very easy to just use third-party programs to do whatever you want in this game. You can do that. You can just intentionally cause lag. You can intentionally disconnect from the game without penalty. If you just Alt F4, it'll lose you points. But if you use like a third-party internet cutter offer, then it won't, and you'll be scot-free. So yes, it is possible to literally never lose a point. I did a throw invincible SBE, but okay. This is really bad internet. What the heck? Oh, no cross up. Yep, classic. No, that was a run. That was actually a punish. Bro. Okay. Guy is such a crazy character online because you can't react to anything. He's such a different character offline. There's the DP. Did more damage than my combo. Well, it did less damage, but I have less HP, so it did more percentage of my health than my combo did. I'm stunned in 2 hits. Nice. That's not a good combo. Yeah, he wins every scramble, of course. This game has no input buffer, so if you trade, it's like your frame advantage is kind of random and doesn't matter. Because it's whoever like happens to press the button on an earlier frame. Which I think is good. Kind of. Like, my philosophy on input buffer is kind of strange. I think that if it's a strict fail or pass system, I think it should be like a 2-frame minimum. So like a combo should be like a 2-frame minimum. Oh, you want to play again? Sure, I'll play again. But for things that are like faster player wins, I think you should let it be like frame perfect. Because there's no reason not to, right? Like if it's a reaction time test and it's like the first player to react win, like if both players are jumping at each other, I think it should be like you shouldn't promote ties in that situation. Come on, bro. But also, even if it's like a single player test, come on. only -2, but my ultra didn't come out. Okay, another drop combo. -8, can't punish it. Okay, I pressed the button, it didn't do anything. The one time he DPs, it's the one time I don't bait DP. Okay. Yeah, that was too obvious. You gotta do slide there for the true block string. And that wouldn't have killed me, so it's like... Wow. No. I didn't drop it. Wow, that's... Okay. Yeah, classic Street Fighter 4 online player. They focus too much on their character strengths and not even a strength. Like, guys' special moves are not strengths. Like, they're totally normal, but people just are like, oh, I'm playing this character. These are the things that my character can do that no one else can do. Let me do those things and only those things and nothing else. It's like, okay, what about the rest of the game? What about your normals? What about your frame traps? What about your shimmies? What about your footsies? Like they never learn those because they're just so blinded by their character strengths. And that's just a problem with Street Fighter in general, but I've never seen it more strong than in Street Fighter 4, where people just, like, they go down this road of trash, and they push their trash as far as it possibly can, and they're like, wow, I hit the limit of this game. I can't be any better than I am. And then they play Daigo and they lose. And it's like, what happened? It's like, you've taken the wrong path. You gotta back up. Get worse. Forget all the stuff that you've spent your life doing for the past 10 years. Forget all of that and start over. Learn this instead, and then they actually get better. But they never do that. It literally never happens. Like, there are people on my friends list who've been playing this game, who've been playing this game for as long as I have, and they are not improving. And I don't play that. I've stopped playing this game for multiple years at a time, and I'm still better than they are. I should be rusty. They should be like like they've been playing this game for more total hours than me, and it's not even close. But they still can't beat me because they've never learned the fundamentals. That's why I started this channel in the first place, is because of Street Fighter 4. And just seeing too many people like this. Oh. Okay. Okay. Gonna jump again. What are you doing? Is this a bot? What's going on? Sukon D's Newts. Oh yeah, I got a stance. Okay, anti-air lining legs, nice. Shinate. But you've never seen that combo before. It's actually a really bad combo. It's only useful for anti-air. Because going into like literally any other combo that costs any amount of meter is more damage. That super is actually useless except for anti-air. What if I just play Elena? What if I just play Elena and be really annoying? Unfortunately, this is kind of a bad matchup because though they can punish your healing from full screen for 1 meter. Woo, woo. You just press buttons. Can't touch me. No backdash, I'm stunned. Interesting. He has no meter. Are you kidding me? Whatever. Online's a different game, bro. And this game has a lot of link combos, which people hate. I don't care. I think the type of execution is just like a preference thing, but like links versus no links, I think it's, yeah. I think having a buffer on your normals is bad. More than one frame at least. Because there will be people who can do the two, I mean, 2-frame links I think is humanly possible to get really, really consistent for any human if they just practice enough. And obviously, there are people who people who don't need to practice as much because they're just naturally better at it. But like I suck at links, and I can do 2-frame links every time because of double tapping. Juicebox told me to double tap, or taught me how to double tap. If you do a frame perfect double tap, it's a 4-frame link instead of a 2-frame link. Okay. Can't touch me. Oh, you didn't do it right. Okay. It's not invincible, it's just... He did a move on Wake Up, which means his hurt blocks was smaller. Oh, his throw's not throw invincible. Holy XDP, it's a lot of damage. It's like 200 damage almost. Yeah. Fei Long's DP is also trash. It trades like every time, which is fine because he has like above average HP, but he also gets like a combo off of it if he trades. So it's like fine, but I wish I had an option that was more invincible. But his EX DP does a ton of damage. Like just stand heavy punch and the EX DP is like 400 damage or something. It's like it's over 300, I think. So what I was saying before about the input buffer thing, like let's see, like say you have a combo. Like I mean, it's a very simple thing is like Cody's baseball thing from Street Fighter 5, where he can time it properly, and if he times it properly, he does like more damage. Things like that, I think it's okay to have like a 1-frame timing on it, because even if you're off, you still get reward. You just don't get as much reward, right? Whereas if it's like a dropped combo, if it's like a 1-frame link, even if the reward is different, it's like, well, you drop your combo. You don't get the knockdown. You don't get the frame advantage. Like, there's more than just damage on the line for dropping that combo, you know? And so I think there needs to be a distinction made when designing a game between like different types of things and different intensities of things. Like causing a combo to deal a little bit less damage is changing the intensity of things. But if you drop a combo, that is like you're completely getting a different situation entirely. Like you're going from knockdown and okizeme to oops, I dropped my combo, now I'm getting comboed because I canceled my normal into a Shoryuken or something, you know? And I think that should be accounted for. And I don't think one-frame links are realistically possible for some people. Like, when I was playing KO 13 and I was playing like Takuma and his quarter forward heavy kick into crouch light punch and one-frame link, and I really grinded it out for a long time. I got to about 50%, maybe like 55, 60% consistency on one-frame links. And that was like my limit. I couldn't get it any better than that. No matter how much I practiced, no matter what technique I used, no matter what visual cue, audio cue I used. So I think there is like a human limit to it. And I think we should account for that for links. Just for like actual accessibility's sake. You know, making a 5-frame input buffer is not accessibility, that's just making the game easy. I think every human with fingers can do a 2-frame link if they practice enough with really good consistency in a 60 FPS game. So I think it's a good idea to have a 1-frame input buffer on things, or you can also just, you know, design your game such that there are no 1-frame links. That's harder to do. Also, you don't like it's really hard to account for that and all the frame traps with all the character combinations. That'd be kind of rough. I'd say you just add a 1-frame buffer on it. Korea, you cannot get any further from me than Korea, so let's not play that. But for things outside, like for things of changing intensity, I think you can have 1-frame links. Like for example, you can have a 2-frame link, but if you hit the first frame, you get more damage. For example, I don't know how you would do that without just like hard programming into the game, but. Another big problem is the equalization of controllers. This came to my attention with shooters, like with like Overwatch aim assist, and then like pairing. I think it was Overwatch or like Overwatch 2, with them pairing like controller players with keyboard and mouse players. Now, obviously, controller is just worse because you can't like snap your wrist to aim, right? Like you have to slowly move your camera around. It's really funny with Smite, if you've ever seen a controller player on Smite, but that's a MOBA. But like, and a shooter is really bad. So what they do is they literally give you auto assist or aim assist of some kind in most shooters, so that you can, you know, keep up with the keyboard player. And like that's not how you should do it. That's really dumb. Like at a certain point, you just have to accept that you've made 2 different games. You've made Overwatch for keyboard and mouse, and you've made Overwatch for controller, and you need to balance them separately. You like stop trying to shove them together in one. It doesn't work. And so that's how I feel about, to an extent, how I feel about different controllers in fighting games. Except it's really the person's choice. You know, it's not dictated by your console at that point. Unless you really want to play on keyboard, I guess. But most people don't play fighting games on keyboard. But like, there's definitely a difference between like there are people who lie to you and just say, "Oh, your controller choice. It doesn't matter. Just pick whatever's most comfortable." They're lying. Unless you're playing like Street Fighter 6, then they're not lying because Street Fighter 6 is just that easy. And you could say, "Oh, that's really good accessibility on their part," but I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Because accessibility would be to accommodate people, not controllers. I don't care about controller accessibility. Like, if you want to get... But at the same time, I think what Melee's doing, or I guess what Melee has done, is really bad. Because Melee, your controller is, like, so important. Like, there are just certain techniques that you cannot do on certain controllers. Like, if you're playing on Slippy, you're playing with a patch that changes the inputs of the game. But even then, just by nature of having like an analog input on the left stick where you can like partially tilt it, you can go several different angles. all the different Fox up B angles is like, that's crazy that even exists. I don't think that should exist. Like rewarding people for modding their controllers or like paying $100. Like I have a game controller right here. I could probably sell this thing for like $60, and it's like, what? What? Why are these so expensive? It's because they don't really. One, they don't make the controller anymore, and two, it's just like having a high, like mint condition controller is so important. And I don't think it should be that way. And I think the main problem with Melee is that it has that analog input thing where you can like do angles and partial tilts and stuff. I think my lobby broke. That is a bug in this game where you can just have a fake, like if I see my name here, it broke. Yeah, see. And if I try to join it, it'll do this. Hopefully it fixes it. Yeah, I fixed it. Sometimes your lobbies just break in this game. I don't know why. What was I talking? Oh yeah, Melee controllers. But most fighting games don't have that problem because you don't have the analog input. Like most fighting games are 9-way input, which is why we can have numpad notation. Man, there's lots of Brazilians playing right now. Holy crap! So like it's like you're either at neutral or you're full left. You can't be partially left. You can't be like left and slightly up. It's just like you're on neutral, or you're on one of the 4 cardinals, or you're on one of the 4 diagonals. And I think that's a good idea to do. The problem is that certain controllers are good at a few things and not other things. And like any leverless controller, where it's just you press buttons to press directions, is just straight up better than any other controller. Because like it, especially in a footsies game like Street Fighter, you have to like hold right to walk right, and then you hold left to walk left, and then right left, right left, right left, and the faster you can go from full left to full right, the better your footsies are. And I've been using sticks for over a decade now, and I can tell you that it's really difficult. Not impossible, but maybe like 5% of the time, I can go from straight left to straight right, or straight right to straight left in exactly 1 frame. And the reason for that is because of how, like, I don't know, it's just, how do I word this? It's just not possible. And people who've played Melee and know about dashbacks know about this. In Melee, if you are facing to the right and you want to dash to the left, you can, but you have to go from neutral to full tilt left in 1 frame. Like you have to be at neutral on 1 frame and then fully tilted left on the next frame. But if you're like a partial tilt, your character will be walking, and if you walk for even 1 frame, your character will turn around, and that turning around animation takes forever. But if you just go straight from neutral to left, then you'll get the dash. So that's called a dash back, and that's one of the patches they use when you play on like Slippy, is they increase the dash back window from 1 frame to 2 frames. So even if you have 1 frame in the middle where you're not all the way tilted, you'll still get the dash. Cammy. Oh boy. Bison is the worst designed character in this game, because he has the most number of invincible reversals, he has the fastest walk speed, and thus the best footsies in the game. He has a bunch of safe on block special moves, and yeah, he's just really bad. Okay. I'm gonna quick rise, this is really easy. Didn't kill. Yeah, he has forward teleport, back teleport, other forward teleport, EX scissor kicks, both EX stomps, and EX Sucker Crusher. And backdash, of course. Okay. He's not hitting me at all, which is interesting. Oh. Oh, lag. Okay, yeah, he's not doing anything. Oh, he did one of his invincible reversals, but I guessed right. Or I didn't guess right, but that's like... I just blocked and he didn't go forward. If he went forward, I would have whiffed DP. But also, Cammy's DP has good horizontal range. So it's also just a bad matchup, because Cammy has better range on her DP. She can catch him from further away. But he also was in the corner, so he couldn't go backwards. So it's like... maybe he shouldn't have chosen that particular reversal. You should have chose like EX Scissor Kick or Sucker Crusher. That would have worked. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, in Footsies, it's sort of like a dash back problem, but instead of going from straight neutral to straight left being a problem, it's going from straight left to straight right, or straight right to straight left in Footsies. And so I don't think there's a game that addresses this yet, but actually Street Fighter 6 kind of does. On Street Fighter 6, you walk less distance for 1 frame when you start walking. Also, you don't build drive. So normally, if you walk forward, you build meter in that game. But for the first frame, you don't. So they kind of addressed it. They're like, oh well, if stick players are gonna go to neutral for 1 frame, let's make hitbox players also go to neutral for 1 frame. Although they also make stick players go to neutral for an extra frame now. So it's like whatever. It's not really a solution. It's like it's sort of a quirk of their engine. I don't even think they did it on purpose. But a real solution would be like if you ever go from walking to standing still on the next frame, then the game will just continue walking for you. That is the solution for 1 frame. And so you would want to do that in any game where like being at neutral doesn't do anything. Like if you're playing Fantasy Strike, you shouldn't do that, because in Fantasy Strike the way you tech throws is you just let go of the stick and you just stand still. So in Fantasy Strike it wouldn't work, because it would delay your throw techs by a frame, or it would let you walk forward while throw teching, which is not good. So yeah, also I think that's a really dumb system, because throw techs are all about, I don't know, it just breaks everything, because shimmies don't exist anymore in that game. Because if you walk out and you bait their throw tech, it's like, oh, they stood still. How do you punish them for standing still? You don't. You know, they stood still. They can still block in 1 frame. So you have to do the mix-up on the same frame you would do the throw. But anyway. Also, the Street Fighter throw problem is... Man, I don't know how this has happened. Like, if you go back, like, 15 or more years, every fighting game is like, wait, being able to be thrown as soon as you get off the ground sucks. Every fighting game from 15 years ago or earlier has a system in place to prevent you from getting thrown as you get off the ground. And I'm sure part of it was to avoid glitches, because I know there are some fighting games, not to name any names, but there are some really bad fighting games where if you are thrown on the frame you get up from a knockdown, it's guaranteed, because you can't jump on that frame. And that's a bug, because the game doesn't iterate through your state changes. So like basically your character has a state, right? Like say you're like, it's like neutral, attacking, jumping, or whatever, you know, hit stun, block stun. And so if you're getting up from a knockdown, you're in the knockdown state, and then the game is programmed to put you into neutral on the frame that you get up off the ground, right? But jumping is a different state. And so some games, I would even say most actually, don't have a way to shift you 2 states in 1 frame. So you can't get off the ground and then immediately jump. It's just not possible, because the game would have to go from knockdown to jumping in 1 frame, which is not programmed into the game at all. You have to give me like because you're not allowed to jump while knocked down. You're allowed to jump while in neutral, but on the frame you go to neutral, you can't jump. So one solution to this is, which is the proper solution, is to iterate through your state changes until your state no longer changes. If that makes sense. So like whenever a state change occurs, it's like, oh, this state change is supposed to happen here. Okay, let's do something about that. Let's check to see if, based on the player's inputs, another state change should happen. And there's also a lot of fighting games out there where the frame advantage doesn't match what is possible in combos because of that as well. Like, you cannot... let's see. Whatever, that doesn't matter. But the solution that Street Fighter chose to deal with the jumping thing in the meaty command grab thing was to make you invincible to throws for 2 frames. That's how it works in Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6. Is after you get up off the ground, you're just invincible to throws for 2 frames. That's the solution. And that is not what happens in older video games, including old KOFs, including Street Fighter 3. In Street Fighter 3, you have a lot. You have I think it's 5 to 7 frames, I think, like 7 frames of throw invincibility after you get off the ground. It's because, yeah, maybe they had the command throw problem where you couldn't jump out of throws, but maybe they were like, being thrown right after you wake up is annoying. Maybe that's why they put it in there. And I think it is annoying, because how do you beat throws? Well, what's the weakness of throws? The weakness of throws is their range. Okay, but how do you beat throws if the opponent has forced you into a situation in which you're going to be in range of a throw? You know what I mean? Like, in KOF 15, they sort of fixed it by... Well, I mean, KOF 15 has a different solution, but in KOF 15, your throws have, literally 1 pixel of range. If you walk backwards for a frame, you're not in throw... You're not in throw range anymore. But for other fighting games, like Street Fighter games, it's like, okay, what is the solution here? And the solution is to give more invincibility on wake up, just like Street Fighter 3 had. Just like in KOF 13, you have 10 frames or more of invincibility to throws. On wake up, after hit's done, after block's done, after landing from AR reset, any situation that the opponent can put you in, guaranteed, is a situation where you have a few frames extra of throw invincibility. And that makes the game so much better. Because there's actually a counter to throws now. I don't have to DP every time I think you're going to throw. I don't have to just settle with breaking the throw and resetting to neutral. No, I want to make a call. I know you're going to throw. I'm going to hit you. And Virtua Fighter 5 does this a different way. In Virtua Fighter 5, all your strikes are just straight up invincible to throws. So if you think they're going to throw, you press a button, you can't be thrown. And that's kind of how it works in KOF. I actually think that the Virtua Fighter solution is better. Honestly. In Virtua Fighter, the opponent is still likely to go for the throw, so they can't just block during the time where you're invincible to throws, right? Because you're not invincible to throws all the time. You're only invincible to throws if you do the button. Viper. Always Ultra 1 on Viper. Ultra 2 is this is one of the few characters where Ultra 2 is objectively worse in every single situation. Maybe if it's invincible, you can use it as a jump in and bait their anti-air, but I don't ever see that used, so I don't think it's possible. Oh, okay. Okay. I missed my button, I guess. What? What just happened? Okay, he jumped out of my ultra. I've never seen that before. But he hit me before the second hit came out. Oh, thanks, game. He's not dead. Okay. But I don't really like Virtua Fighter for other reasons. It's not my kind of game. It's a very guess-heavy game because you also have, like, just I don't know. It's just having side steps is just so bad, and having no plus on block mids is also a problem. Like they've added so many different evasive mechanics that it's like it's now you're just constantly guessing, and some people like that. I don't like that because I think guessing is boring. I think you should make reads. If you want to know more about what that means, first link in the description of all my videos is my website, and there's several things on there. Oh, about the difference between guessing and reading. Okay. How have I not blocked a single DP? You blocked one. He quick rose for once. Well, basically, the TLDR is that reads happen when there's human fallibility involved. Basically, like it's technically if you just looked at a situation in a fighting game, it's always a guess, right? But if you consider in, or if you factor in the human inability to react exactly to what's happening and make a calculated choice based on every single possible choice that they can possibly make, then it's not a guess anymore. Say I'm playing Akuma, and I knock you down. You don't use delay wake up, and I do a forward dash, like I do forward throw, forward dash, heavy demon flip. What do? That is a guess because I'm either gonna hit you from the front, or I'm going to hit you from the back, or I'm going to throw you, or I'm going to go low. That's just how it is. It's like a 1 in 3 guess, basically. There's no way to beat all of them because the DP will whiff. Unless you're like a teleport character that you can teleport out, but it's like, okay, he probably has an answer for that too. But for the most part, you know the 3 options he has, you know the 3 options you have, and you're just gonna pick one. That is a guess. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, it's solved. the game in that moment is solved. You can't get any higher than that. Just being able to look at the options. Okay, this is what happens if I guess this and he guesses this. This is what happens if I guess this and he guesses this. I win this one. I lose this one. We trade this one. And he can loop it again after all of these. And you can do all that. And it's humanly possible. And it's humanly possible for two reasons. One, there's only 3 freaking options. And 2, because you have plenty of time to react, because it's a hard knockdown. So the 2 ways of avoiding guesses like that are to give players more valid options, or to like delay it in some like just to give the players more to think about than just 3 options. And you can do that by like literally giving them more options, or by, you know, letting them delay the options, or forcing them to delay certain options but not others. Or you can give them less time to react. That's the other way of doing it. I think this is bugged again. So if you're constantly making choices back to back, like 4 choices per second, it's like, okay, these aren't guesses anymore because a human can't reasonably think that fast. Like, I might think to myself, okay, he's doing this a lot, maybe I should, you know, look for a situation in which I can attempt this, which beats that. But he also might not do that, and I also might have the wrong perception of the situation, right? Like maybe I think he did a jump, but he actually did a hop in KOF. Like those types of things happen so fast that it's because of human fallibility that it's no longer a guess anymore. And Virtua Fighter doesn't do that. Virtua Fighter is every choice you make it's very clearly rock, paper, scissors, strikes beat blocking or evading. Kind of. Well, no, it's the other way around. Blocking or evading beat strikes. Throws beat blocking and evading. And strikes beat throws, because all strikes are invisible to throws. And so, like, I like the system that lets you avoid throws by attacking, but I don't like the way it interacts with the rest of the game, because it creates this very, very simple to understand rock, paper, scissors system, where it's like, oh, he's going to choose this, I'll choose something from this category, and I'll get something from it. Now, there are different weights to that system. Like maybe there's a character where it's like, oh, if my opponent's left side is to the wall, and I land a throw, I get a better combo, like stuff like that. But it's still rock, paper, scissors at the end of the day. So it's like, okay. Wow. Doing a lot of that, huh? Okay. Oh. Really? That's a pretty DP. Never mind. It's too laggy to DP, I guess. Really? Wow, he blocked. And it didn't punish. Over here, that didn't combo. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Get over there, frog. Okay. Oh, okay, he left. He blocked my full screen -8 on block move and punished it. Ugh, this game sucks. I'm uninstalling. Oh boy, it's Narblast. Speaking of people who have been playing this game for more total hours than I have, but still aren't that good. But DJ's another one of those characters where it's like, playing him online is so different from playing him offline. Because you just can't anti-air him, it's just not possible. The knee is too good. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Okay. I got one anti-air in there, because he didn't use the knee, but whatever. Yeah. What? I teched that. What? What? Can you do something else besides walk up throw? Like, yeah, this is, yeah. Hard knockdown. Okay. 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 Uh-oh. Really? Oh, okay. That was still a punish, because why wouldn't it be? Okay. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. My ultra didn't come out when he threw a fireball. Okay. Okay, his fist clearly was hitting me. Yeah. Okay. That's one way to punish. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He cheered me. It's a miracle. Okay. Keep doing that. Oh, how do I keep guessing wrong on every single one of those? It's so, like, if you're the first to charge focus, you're so disadvantaged to win, it's not even funny. Two-frame window, by the way. Maybe you should block or DP. Okay. Maybe you should block on make it for once. Uh-oh. Keep it classy. Machine gun blow. Gutter trash. Well, I think we're just gonna keep hitting the same guy over and over again, so... I'll probably stop playing here. Let me know what you guys think about this. Just no webcam, just playing the game, talking about crap. Yeah, non-invincible DP. Oh yeah. I don't think he's throw tagging. Interesting. Why throw tech when you can DP, right? Okay. How does he do it, bro? Blocked? That's your punish. How does he do it? How does he do that? Whatever, I'll just sit here and block and do nothing, and then you'll lose your mind, and then I'll win. Oh, it's getting really laggy now. Ugh. What a way to end it. Alright. Well. I'm gonna cut all this out, but that was a 2-hour recording session, so. Lots of waiting. This game is unfortunately not very popular anymore. I mean, it probably deserves it. It's not very good.